which is why I was so hangry. And feeling kind of hangry as usual, because I'm kind of hangry.
Now it's time to go eat. Oh yeah, hangry.
Are you guys hangry? So it's Friday and our friend John is here, which means we get to have a little treat. So we're gonna have cauliflower crust pizza. So the first thing I did was, this is about 1 bag of cauliflower and then a little bin, so 1.5 bags of cauliflower. I stuck it in the food processor so it's almost pureed, I guess. And the key for the cauliflower crust is that you have to kind of squeeze all the water out. So what I do is I just dump it on a towel and I kind of roll it around, fold the towel over it and just squeeze it till I know that most of the water is out. Can you see the drips?
Yeah. Team effort, getting all the water out. It's actually a big pain. If you freeze the cauliflower, then rice it in the food processor, it makes it a little bit easier to do. You freeze it, then thaw it, then rice it. Makes it a little bit easier to get all this water out. And if you make a bunch of this, you can also freeze it in your freezer for use later on. So make a bunch, squeeze out all the water, and you won't have to do this over again.
Forearm day. We squeezed all the water, pretty much all the water out of the cauliflower. So I'm going to dump it in a huge bowl. Make sure it's all out of there. And then I'm going to put 1 egg. Let's see. About 1/2 cup of fat-free cheddar. We always use fat-free. I'm sure you could use regular fat if you're not that worried about it. And then 1/2 cup of fat-free mozzarella. Crazy. Oh, that big old chunk. But we'll just put it in there. All right, and a little bit of Italian seasoning. So you can just do this however much you want, I guess, but I like a lot. All right, I'm gonna mix it with my hands. It should start to get kind of gummy, almost like a dough. Kind of squeezing it all together so that the egg gets pretty evenly dispersed. All right, what do you think? Usually we only have to use 1 egg, but since we used a little bit more cauliflower this time, it was a little bit too dry. So just added 1 more egg. We get it all evenly dispersed again. And then I have a baking sheet with wax paper laid out on it, and I'm going to spread it evenly on that pan. I am just making sure that our crust is just even. I get it pretty thin because that's how I like it. But it should be ready to go. So I'm going to put it in the oven. The oven set to 400. And then about halfway through we will flip it so it gets nice and crispy. Yeah. The cauliflower crust has been in for about a half hour, and 15 minutes through we took it out and we flipped it, which took Brad and I to flip but you could probably do it on your own. I don't know. John is in prep right now for a show. How many weeks out are you?
9 weeks out currently.
9 weeks out, and so he is definitely calculating every carb, every protein, every fat. So we're trying to honor him and be as healthy as possible. But I will show you the cauliflower crust because I don't necessarily have a time, once again, that I leave it in for, but it's pretty nice and brown everywhere. And I like it crispy on the edges, so it's kind of just personal preference. In about 5 minutes, we're going to take it out and we're going to put all of our toppings on there. It ends up being about 66 carb and 66 protein for just the crust. So then you have your topping.
What are you about to do, John?
I'm about to throw some sausage in there. We've got some chicken sausage and spinach and feta sausage. Macros are pretty friendly. We're going to go ahead and brown them and then throw them on the pizzas right before.
So the crust is done. Probably took about 40 minutes altogether. Flipped halfway through so it's nice and crispy. We split it into fourths, and then I took a fourth and then they get to split the rest. I'm going to make 2 different kinds of mine. I'm going to do buffalo chicken with Frank's hot buffalo sauce and chicken because I needed some extra protein today, so I'm going to load that on there. And the other side's going to be pepperoni and cheese. I think John's got chicken sausage on his.
We got sausage over here. We're browning. Like I said, we're browning both sides. Cooking it because when it's in the actual oven, we're just trying to melt the cheese as everything's already cooked. We've got, like I said, chicken sausage, and we've also got turkey bacon, or turkey pepperoni, I'm sorry. And then the onions are still caramelizing.
Alright, pizza's all done. It's about ready to go in the oven.
You have anything in my teeth? We just ate our salad, and I'm gonna get the pizza out of the oven. Let's see what it looks like. Bomb.com. Sometimes we broil it to get it nice and crispy, but we didn't this time. Now we just want to eat.